Strong can be challenging at times. We all know that, right? Well, we've got some advice on how you can keep things fresh and healthy. Joining us, Bela Gandhi from the Smart Dating Academy. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Bela?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Let's talk about this because everyone, that's been in a relationship for any period of time, really, it gets tough to keep things fresh and to, once you reach the end of that honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
How do you make sure it keeps going? Is it possible?
It is definitely possible. I've been married for 17 years and dated my husband for 3 years before that. So the first thing to do is compliment each other. Say nice things to each other. It sounds so basic. A good rule of thumb, say 5 nice things to your partner a day. 5.
Am I a horrible partner by thinking, wow, that seems like a lot? Like 5 compliments a day. We only speak like twice a day.
You know what? You might be saying 10 already, so keep track of them.
Okay. I love that idea. All right. How about staying in the positive? That's got to be a tough thing to do. A lot of times you can focus on the negative in relationships, right?
Absolutely. And at Smart Dating Academy, we work with a lot of women in relationships, and we see that over time, especially women, we tend to forget about the positive attributes of our partners. And instead of focusing on the great 80%, which is why we're with them, we harp on that 20%. We get naggy and we say negative things. So keep yourself in check and remember that 80%. Why are you with this person? And life should be a lot better with them or without them. That's why you're there.
Maybe that's a good thing to do, is just ask yourself that question every day.
Yeah.
Why am I with this person? Then you force yourself to remember the things you love about them.
Exactly. Look, we all want to hear nice, lovely things about ourselves and why our partner loves us. So feed each other that. That's what keeps it so nice long term.
Perfect. Okay, and then lastly, the fighting. It's going to happen, right? It's inevitable. I can't stand, when I talk to people and they're like, oh, you should never fight if you're in a relationship. And I think to myself, is that possible?
It's not possible. Look, you're 2 human beings together in a space, partnering, making things work, so you're going to disagree.
Right.
The question is, how do you disagree? If you sense that a fight is brewing, okay, we all get into those. Well, I meant this. Well, I meant this. So what we advise people to do is before it starts escalating, one of you should say, listen, you know what? This is escalating unnecessarily. Before we say mean things to each other, let's take a breather. Let's come back to this in 30 minutes. I assure you, in 20 minutes, one of you will walk to the other person and say, you know what? I'm really sorry I said that. Don't let it escalate. Step away. But don't tell the person, I'm not walking out on you. I'm not slamming doors. I want this to be good.
Okay, here's my question. We always hear, don't go to bed angry. So is that too long a breather? When you say take a breather, is that too long? Should you not let it kind of marinate overnight?
I like 30 minutes is enough to stop the fight from escalating. It's not going to solve your disagreement per se, but all of that stuff, it's like the disagreement starts here, and then he says this, you get angry, he pushes a button, you say this, he says this, and all those old scabs are torn off.
Right.
Stop the madness. Walk away from it for 30 minutes, get your heads back on straight, and then talk about it constructively.
And do you think it's possible when, when you have a fight, if both people can't reach an agreement, if you just can't, is it possible to just be like, okay, the old adage, we'll agree to disagree?
We agree to disagree. Absolutely. You're 2 different people. Absolutely. Well, I think this. Well, I think this. So a good partnership ultimately requires a lot of compromise and a lot of flexibility.
And what do you tell people who say, well, I don't want to ever fight. If we have a single fight, it's too much.
I think they don't have a realistic expectation of what a good relationship should be.
There should be.
They're watching too many romantic comedies.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Too many movies.
Too many movies.
Okay.
Too much Harlequin.
I love it. Bela, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great advice for us today. All right, it is 12:23 right now. Coming up, we're going to have Bill's complete look at the forecast. He says part of the weekend will be dry, just part. So like Bela says, focus on the positive. Just focus on that one little piece. We'll have the full forecast coming up.